I need an explanation, Joseph.
No? What did you want to know?
I found the laboratory, Joseph. The one used to raise dead from the ashes and salt.
So then you understand why I need Usha's body. She knows what we both need. The way inside Katiganar.
You revived the dead, then tortured them. That's an abomination.
Do not rush to judgment, Reed. They had their time. Would you truly value one old life over the suffering of millions? They're not even human. Those specters, monstrosities, they are just the vessels of their former knowledge. You can't compare them to the living.
I know you had a deal with Raymond, the man who brought you the mummy. What happened to him?
Nothing he didn't deserve. This newcomer, he was only interested in treasure. It's his fault Ucha is after us now.
He's her toy now, possessed and tormented. But it was you who let this happen.
Me? I did not free her, and for Kay's sake, why should I risk everything to save an imbecile? My mission is of far greater importance.
You tormented Usha to get the knowledge you were after. Why?
She refused to tell me what I needed. I was trying to find another way, but until the spell was found, I used more mundane methods.
Like pouring acid on her?
It was stubborn, no longer human. I was forced to try everything. Every time I recreated her, she told me I didn't deserve the knowledge.
Usha made me a proposal. She's willing to help me get inside Katiganar.
What? Surely not. It must be a trap.
You didn't even ask me what she wanted in return.
I fear I know already. She wants me dead. Dane, she's using you, Reed! She knows I'm the only one who can stop her. I have already prepared the unguent to prevent her resurrection. Please, can't we just finish this as planned?
Now calm down, Joseph. I'm not fool enough to believe a blood-sucking monster. Just thought you ought to know.
Okay. You scared me for a moment. But if we're finished here, you should probably continue your search.
You know, I've changed my mind about our deal.
What? You're going to dance our tune? Why?
You've done unspeakable things to the dead. I can't help a man like you.
I won't let you do this!
You did well. She is pleased. Enter her home and she will tell you the secret of the depths.
Seems like a lot of running around when we're already talking.
The vessel through which he talks would hear what he does not deserve. She would prefer not to kill him.
Where will I find you?
Didn't she tell you? About the stone fingers in the garden where the dead men live on? She thought you'd understand.
Ah, can't you be more specific? A garden for the dead? Is that a cemetery or crypt?
See? You did have it.
Okay then. I'm on my way. Something feels wrong with this statue. There's no trace of seaweed on it. Joseph is dead. I fulfilled my part of the deal. Now it's your turn.
Outsmarked man. Ask and she will answer. Stop the cycle like the cab before you. Like the ancestors.
What lies beneath this city? Tell me about the ruins.
A temple. A prison. A cradle of old Kay. A dark pit speaking with many voices. She never knew. Only a name. Ktikonar.
How do you know this?
She asked the dead. The dead who came before. And they asked their dead like you ask her now. This is the cycle.
Tell me how I can enter the temple.
You must find the sacred seal. The key to the monoliths. You and it know each other. It will obey.
You mean this one?
Yes, fate is kind. Now listen well. You have seen the great stone in the city center? This is the gate to Shivalba.
How can I stop the madness that seeps from below? What waits for me down there?
You will find out when it is time. Her marked man descended, and the Katiganar slept. Follow his path. Do as he did.
And did he return?
No.
You say there were others before me. Who were they?
Marked men and women and things that went before. This place is old, but it still stands.
Why do you call me marked?
You bear the touch of old Kay. You see more, feel more, and are even more inside.
How do I open the gate in the monolith?
You must search for a hollow, craving to accept the seal.
And that's it?
No, the seal is incomplete. You must gather 3 Kay fingers growing on the 3 monoliths, and unite them with the seal.
So I've got to find pieces of 3 monoliths. Can you at least tell me where they are?
She doesn't know. But every cycle the fire servants gather near these special places. Find them. They will have the answer.
I just need to find the fire worshippers, then gather the 3 K fingers to complete the seal. I suppose it could be worse.
She wishes you the wisdom to choose what must be chosen. But leave now. She must rest.
Looks like you might need some help finding peace. Allow me to oblige.
Her new life is terrible, but death is worse. As you will now discover, Dane.
The door won't budge. The blood is still fresh. These aren't your typical kitchen utensils. Well, I don't think the health inspector will be pleased.
My esteemed patrons, presenting my latest delicacy. Don't be greedy. Don't hurry to eat, please. You'll always be my most well-regarded clients.
Damn newcomers!
Those bags stink worse than a barrel of rotten fish. Fisk. Whatever. This putrid slime is everywhere. I'll take a sample for Dr. Grant to examine.
Bring them in before the neighbors see us.
Are those the last ones? I did everything you asked, yeah? So when will my initiation begin?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Quick, bring them in before the neighbors see it. I did everything you asked, yeah? So when will my initiation begin?
Members of a cult were disposing of bodies in the basement of the shop. The corpses merged together to form a huge monstrosity. I visited that old shop you mentioned and found a few things you may be interested in. Even took a sample for studying.
What did you discover? I was sure a huge creature could not have wandered inside unnoticed.
The cult of the Fecund Mother was dumping corpses of their victims in the shop's basement.
Professor Westerbrook's research does suggest the Acheronians are attracted to dead bodies.
No, this one formed from the corpses themselves. There was a putrid slime on everything. Maybe that's the cause of this unnatural rebirth.
You said you took a sample of it. Well, I can conduct some experiments on rats. If your theory holds true, what a marvelous discovery.
I paid a visit to that awful restaurant. I'd call it a den of evil, but that would be an understatement.
Good grief. What happened?
The cook was mad, a cannibal, and fed those jumping monstrosities on human flesh. He called them patrons.
That restaurant was a destination for Oakmont's elite, many of whom disappeared shortly after the flood. I think we now know why.
Are you suggesting that it was cannibalism that caused such a horrific transformation?
These days, alas, cannibalism is not so rare. Could it be that all the Cossitians, as Westerbrook calls them, were once men?
We've discovered a lot of disturbing information about the wild beasts. What are you gonna do with it?
Well, I've already contacted the university. We'll cooperate to further study these phenomena.
The public deserve to know. It would help them to protect themselves and others.
It would cause mass hysteria. Doesn't the city have enough problems already? I must insist you keep all this confidential.
I thought you wanted help.
And I will, but we must prepare our advice carefully, with scientific rigor. We cannot rush this, my friend.
Bye.
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.